Let me do a filter. Let me make sure I edit. Let me make sure
Hold on.
Do that.
Come on over.
I ain't wanna see if I don't have this pillow under me, I'd be like right here to you.
No, you would.
Yes,
You're not
I
that
would.
short.
I am.
Alright, here you go. Hey y'all, come on in. Y'all know how we do. Come on in. Hey. Rolling on in. Come on in.
Oh, they coming in for real.
Okay, y'all said we ain't playing today with women to women. We coming to talk about these friendship relationships, honey.
So everybody voted on this topic.
Truly. Yes.
Okay.
This is the topic. Y'all said y'all wanted to talk about ending best friend relationships, ending relationships that you've been in with long-term friends. So that's going to be the topic of discussion today. Which one don't you want, Jazz?
No, I already got mine. So you can pick.
I'll do tropical then. What you got? Fruit? Alright, so we punching.
I got fruit punch, but
We punching. So
it's
you got
alright.
fruit and I got tropical.
It's okay.
Come on in, y'all. Oh, you know what? Here I go again. Let me pin the topic at the bottom real quick.
Oh, it didn't do it?
Yeah, no. Let me see if I can actually pull it up on here and do it. Let me see, y'all. Let me see.
Oh, that picture was so cute.
Which one? Of the
Your
kids?
mom.
Oh. No, it's not going to let me do it on here. Oh, wait a minute. It's not going to let me do it, y'all. So let me just do it on here. Come on in. While y'all waiting on everybody to still come in, y'all can put down in the comments to get us started traits that you qualify in a good friend. Or, like, what are some traits that you look for in somebody that you would consider a good friend?
Or how do they even get the title?
Yes, like, how do you even get to the title of friend with someone that you, like, just met? Don't mind my broken nail. I have, like, 2-3 nail appointment tomorrow, okay?
Terrible.
All right, we're going to be discussing ending best friend and close friend relationships.
Okay, the song is covering up the girl's page. Oh, okay.
All right. Boom.
Is it?
Let's pin that comment. Okay, y'all. Okay, Made in the Bay 1 says loyalty. Definitely loyalty. Okay, honey. Like, that was going to be my top one. If not, like, that I would say, like, for a friendship, loyalty is almost like love in an intimate relationship. Okay, it has to be there, or I'm not going to be around long. Let's see what else we got. All right, there we go. A lot better. See, we got loyalty. What else do you require in a friend, like, or someone before you call them a friend?
Like, it is loyalty, but somebody that's gonna hold me down, and I can trust you.
Trust.
Like, when my back is turned, you holding me down. And it's gonna be the same even when I'm around. Now, if I'm not around and it's different, but then when I'm around, you posing to me as another person, I got a problem with that. Yeah,
heck yeah. Because then that's two-faced.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah. You gotta be consistent in your friendship. So like, be my friend in front of my face, be my friend behind my back too. Like, support me.
Yeah. And
definitely, yes, trust, definitely, for sure. Because like, I feel like that almost goes hand in hand with loyalty.
It does. It does.
In a friendship. Yeah, like, I mean, you can't have one without the other, to be honest.
Yeah. And if you mess up one, you're going to mess up the other one. It's like a connection. Everything has an effect to it.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But, okay, now, have you ever been in a situation where you've had to end a friendship that was, you know, like, close to you, or not even really, I'm not going to say not even a best friend, but, like, just a close friend?
Okay, the reason why I'm laughing is because I told you, okay, how I'm raised. My parents always raised me that everybody's not your friend. So just because somebody been around you for a long time, just because somebody knows you, just because, you know, you and that person are cool, that does not make y'all friends.
Absolutely.
And so I'm not quick to call somebody my friend. And there are times where people are calling me their friend. And I'm like, oh, we friends? Yeah. I didn't know nothing about that. So that's why I say, you know, for me, I wouldn't say it's even a friendship. It could be simply as just ending
the situation?
Yeah, because
I mean, it's still a relationship if you think about it. Like, relationships are more than just the intimate stuff. So,
no,
like,
I know that part.
You know, you just ended your relationship.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have the same effect. Does that make sense? Like, if it was somebody like really close to me, it'll be a different impact on me.
Oh well, yes, yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that because those closest to you, you kind of, like I kind of described in the post, you kind of let your boundaries down a little bit, or like set your guard down a little.
Yeah.
Because you've been around that person so much now that they kind of know who you are, know what your likes and know your dislikes.
And I can't stand that either, but yeah.
I mean, they do.
They do. Yeah, but I don't like that. You got to switch it up. So people won't try you because they know what get on your nerves. You be like, damn it, bitch.
I mean, honestly, yes.
Yeah, you know that get on my nerves.
But, I mean, it's not to the point where you don't want them around anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just like you get on my nerves type of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you're willing to sustain or stay
or deal
whatever
with it because y'all got that bond. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. But, like, if that person was to disappear, you know, or like for some odd reason y'all fell out.
Well, I would say that just happened because y'all outgrew each other. If it happened naturally, it's nothing you can do about that one. Like that type of ending is just y'all outgrew each other.
Okay.
And so it's nothing that needs to be fixed. Mm-hmm. And that's the other thing people got to understand. A lot of people think, oh, we're not getting along. I got to figure out how to work it. No, sometimes you outgrow people. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're going this way, that person's going that way because y'all growing and you're on y'all journey in two different directions. And there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all growing as people.
Yeah, exactly. And that was really nicely put because like, it was explained to me how, you know, we're not the same people we always are. And I look back at some friends that I had in high school, I no longer have as best friends. I'm not going to say as friends, period, but I no longer have them as best friends. And that's because, you know, not that anything changed between our relationship, but I grew, you know what I mean? They grew.
Right.
And we grew in two different ways,
but
you
when
know?
y'all see each other, you just like, hi,
yeah.
how you doing? Yeah.
It's almost like you can pick back up where you left off at. See, sometimes you just outgrow your friends. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you do because you have to surround yourself with people that you see doing things you want to do. You know what I mean? And sometimes that doesn't include the immediate circle you're around. Sometimes you have to step out of that, you know, in order to elevate higher to the next level in your life.
Or not only step out of it, sometimes you have to step back. And like when you have that where you still kind of around them, you can do what you need to do and then come around for certain moments or certain times. It's almost like, okay, this is what I'm willing to come around you for or to do with you. Outside of that, no, because I got to focus on this. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission.
Absolutely, though. That's what I call compartmentalizing friends. So, like, not saying that this would apply to everybody you hang with, but there are certain friends where I'm going to call when I'm going out versus certain friends I'm going to call when I'm going to eat.
Yeah,
you know?
Two different things.
Yeah, it's two different things. Or if I'm spending a day with the kids, you know, I'm not going to call my single friends that don't have kids.
She's talking about me. I ain't got no kids.
No, because she bring her brother, y'all.
I ain't got no kids. She talking about me, y'all. She talking about me.
I'll call you anyway. No, I call you either way. So no, you don't count. You don't apply. But no, seriously, I call that compartmentalizing friends, and that's just learning who you can do what with. And it's not a bad thing. You know what I mean?
It's not.
It's not a bad thing at all. And like you said, like sometimes we outgrow people.
Yeah,
it hurts. And I'm not going to say it's always easy to outgrow people because, you know, especially someone you've been consistently around where, you know, y'all are almost spending, you might as well say every waking day together. And then it goes to a point where y'all are not speaking at all. Like, that hurts a little.
That hurt a little. That's hard.
Yeah, it is. Because, like you said, you built that friendship with that person. And it's not easy to say, I call you my friend. So to break that and to go from, you know, communicating X, Y, Z down to being like, oh, well, it's only A. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's only A.
Yeah, that's hard. It might not look like it on the outside, but that's hard when you by yourself because you be thinking, you like, Lord.
And then you always think, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? You know, we always internalize.
Well, hold on. I don't do all that. That's a bit much. I'm not doing what did I do. I might step back and look at it from different perspectives. Like, okay, should I have handled it differently? Mm-hmm. Was I right about how I handled it? How I handled it? Or, like, you know, how did they handle it and look from their eyes or try to understand why they did what they did. Now, I done had situations where I can say I was cool with the person, but it seemed like even with me being cool, even with me trying, and then it finally got to a point where, okay, we cool, we real cool, no problem. But then it's like, you crossing me. Why are you trying to cross me? Why are you trying to test me? Why are you trying to do stuff that I don't like? And I'm like, you know, maybe you got it messed up, that we just cool.
Right.
I don't like to be crossed a certain way. So it's nothing for me to cut you off with that piece.
Yes. Now, I agree, because like I said, it takes a lot for me to call you friend. Right. So if we get to that point where I feel like you've done something to me that I wouldn't do to you, absolutely, I'm cutting you off. Yeah, it's like, I'm just gonna be like, hey, I wouldn't have done that to you, and maybe I cared more about the relationship than you are. So, you know, or you did, because, like I said, I wouldn't have done that to you.
Or maybe I didn't care, but I don't like you crossing me.
I mean, you know, either way, like, that's somebody you know that now. I don't know that I can trust you.
Yeah, you trying me. So at this point, you have no purpose to be around me. I'm not going to be around you. I'm not doing certain things with you. You're not going to know certain moves that I make. You just, no, privileges. No.
I mean, you revoking access to you.
Jasmine, that is so mean. Jasmine, you so fake. Well, let me be fake then.
I mean,
because that's not fake. That's my boundaries. That's how I feel.
That's another question, though. What? Do you, like, okay, I just had it in my head. Hold on. I got to come back to it because it was something dealing with fate.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So if you stop talking to your friend because they've done you wrong, like ghosting wise, do you consider that fate?
That's not, well, okay, it depends on the relationship. Like, if it's a strong relationship, I feel like, okay, maybe y'all need time to think or whatever, and then y'all can come together and talk about it.
Okay.
Now, if it's not a strong relationship and it's one of those things like we just cool, and depending on what it is, like, it's just, I don't know, it's certain things that I never understood about people. To me, they just, I don't get it.
I mean, some people are like
it's
that.
It's like, are you testing because the person's nice to you? Well, like, what is your motive? Like, what is that?
I don't know.
I ain't got time.
Well, some people don't, to me, after today, when I found out that there are friendship coaches that exist, I realized that not everybody knows how to be a good friend.
And that's true, too. My friend Courtney actually talked about that. I remember her saying that. She was just like, you know, sometimes might not, you know, they want friends, but they might not know how to, you know, maneuver or be a good friend. Well, then I need you to pick up a book. And I need you to write down step by step.
But I mean, you can't, like, the same way we learn to love, we have to learn to be good friends sometimes, because if you've never had a true friend, how do you know how to be one?
Okay, that's true. That I mean, go up there with your love language. It goes up there.
It does.
With that. I get it.
Does.
I get it. However, comma.
Oh, my Lord.
You can't be walking over here doing too much and then be looking at me sideways.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
but I noticed that happens. That does kind of happen a lot if somebody's the only child. That happens a lot.
Oh, you think it's the only child syndrome? Like
sometimes. Sometimes. And it's like, bitch, you need to tone that down. Look, okay, do you want me to be your friend or do you want me to be your enemy?
I mean,
which one do you want?
But you do got to be realistic with your friends.
Yeah, that's why I said bitch. Which one you want me to do? You gotta let me know so I can play my role.
I mean, okay.
I take my role very serious.
I think that is a key,
very
important
serious
fact. Knowing your role.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you do also have to set that, like you say, set your boundaries with your friends, because like certain things you're not gonna want to do with your friends, and there's certain things you're like, okay. If I'm telling, I'm sorry, I'm late. Hey, y'all. Hey, Toya.
Toya, I made it in the house, girl. I made it in the house. I ain't have to stand outside. I ain't have to be locked out. I made it in.
You see Mama waving?
Hey, boo. I haven't seen her in a while.
I know. But she been in hat.
Okay.
Look, Ma, you not being a good friend now.
Look, you know what? All you had to do, Ma, is tell me you ain't like me, so I can play my role.
But no, seriously, I do think that you do have to set boundaries with friends as well. And like, what if you consistently are trying to be a good friend and that person's not receptive as well?
I think that's when the time comes in that y'all need to have a sit down and have a conversation and figure out what exactly is going on. Because sometimes people don't. I will say this. I'm not going to be mean anymore. I will say that some people don't know how they come off. And then sometimes when you tell them, they're like, oh my God. Like, I didn't mean it in that way. You don't know what's going on in their mind until you talk. So, I would say that.
Some things can't be fixed through communication and friendship. Other times, I just say swap it out.
What you mean swap it out?
You know, Mike Tyson.
Why you always want to fight? What kind of life coach are you?
Sometimes, not saying that should be your first resort, but sometimes you just gotta duke it out.
So J. Marie told y'all if it don't work out with y'all talking, y'all can fight. She talking about fight it out. But hold on, what would you be fighting on? What would be something that'd be worth fighting over like that? Is it a respect thing? Is it a boundary that was crossed? Like,
I think about boundaries crossed, and you definitely know it's a boundary for me.
Okay.
Like something that I've made clear, you know, like multiple times to you as a friend. You know, even if it didn't pertain necessarily to you.
But you have made it, like, I don't like this, and then they keep doing it.
Yeah. That's something that I'd be like, oh, you know.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that would make me, you know, like slow down and take a step back.
Yeah, and then I know, in the other hand too, is you do have to accept people for who they are. You know,
absolutely.
They just, you know, people are different.
People are very different, and that's why I said it's important to attract the right people by being yourself. You know, I always preach that. You know, it's important to truly be who you are, because that's when you attract the right people that you should be around.
That's true.
You know, trying to fit into an image or trying to like something because somebody else likes it, or it's peer pressure. You know, those are people that you gonna look up and be like, yo, y'all not my friends. You know what I mean? Like, y'all don't do things I want to do. You don't encourage me. You don't show up when I need you to show up.
Well, see, this is how I do my check-in, how I know I'm doing something right is, you know, when I do something and, you know, all of a sudden, oh, Chaz, that looks so nice. Chaz, you do a good job. I be like, okay, I'm doing good. Because I'm not copying nobody, but that's my way of checking in with
your friends and yourself.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
But you should get that encouragement from your circle. Like, you know, sometimes you have to know even within yourself that it's time to cut a friend off. You know, sometimes it gets to that point because you've reached a certain height or you've grown and you've gotten to a certain point in your life and that person hasn't gotten there. Yeah. You know, sometimes that's just as hard to say, hey, I know I got to leave you behind to get to the next area of my life. That's not always easy to do.
Is it really hard?
Sometimes it's not. I mean, if it's a friend that you've met along the way, I don't think it's hard. I think it's hard when it's a lifetime friend. Or somebody who's built that relationship with you as a friend. Like, put in years.
See, I'm so different.
Really?
Yeah, because when you say lifetime friend, like, I would say, okay, my numbers are small. Because of how I was raised. You know, I told you, my parents said, don't be quick to call everybody your friends. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody, just because they've been around you. So, I would say there are people I'm cool with. There are people I am friends with. And there are people that are friends, but I consider them family because that bond is so strong. I would say if lifetime friend, I have two. One of them actually died in second grade.
Aww.
And so that was my friend. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, we used to talk all the time. We used to do all types of stuff. We had we were baton twirlers. And we had practice. And then the very next day, they announced that she died. Her mom got in a car accident after leaving practice.
Oh,
so that's one sad. Of my friends. And I was just like, yo, like, I didn't know how to, to respond
process
to that.
Yeah, you were too young to.
But really... I know that was my friend. And the reason why I know that was my friend for real was because, since it was a different process for me, my mom brought me this book that had different angels in it. And there was this one angel, because they had like multiple angels and they show all their faces on a certain page. And the one angel looked just like her.
Oh.
And I said, was that my angel, like my guardian angel? But that's that was my friend.
But I'm glad that you had that book to help you along, because they've started making children's books related to dealing with stuff like that.
Yeah, because that's hard.
I mean, it is hard, and it's very
now,
young
when you say ending
with.
relationships, I'm like, that's another way of stuff ending, and that's
Absolutely.
hard. That's a hard process.
I think that's even, when it's fatal, it's worse. Because I've had a very close friend pass suddenly in a car accident as well. And I will say that is like a different hurt.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you'll never settle anything you had, or even if it was on a good term. Like, I didn't leave off on bad terms with this person, but like the thought of going past their house and knowing they're not there anymore, or you know what I mean, like those times that you did have, you're kind of like, man, I'll never have that moment again. It's just, that's a different level of hurt.
Now, what happens when you try to recruit friends?
Hey y'all, everybody say hey. That's very hard to do. Definitely agree. Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know, it's different when a friend suddenly passes.
Yeah, that's a different process.
Yeah. It still hurts though.
And it also hurts even when it doesn't happen that way. It hurts if y'all really had a tight bond. Like, I would say that people that I'm real close to, I don't know what it is, but sometimes we could just look at each other and bust out laughing. We're just like, why are we thinking the same thing at the same time? I
mean, but that's that connection, because you actually take the time to be genuine.
And I'd be like, get away from me, because I already know you're going to be some trouble.
But that you attract people like you. You get what I'm saying? That are going to have a good time, that are going to be able to laugh, you know?
It'd be so bad for me, because I start laughing so hard. I can't even get out my words.
Oh, my God.
I be trying to tell people stuff, and I'm laughing. They're like, Jasmine, what? And then when I finally get it out, that's it. I'm like, hey.
You like the twins. They do that. They laugh, they talk.
I can't help it.
It'd be funny, though. I'll tell you that much. It'd be funny. I'll be laughing. Before you even finish, I'll be laughing. But, like, we want to hear some stories from y'all. If y'all have any comments, you have any friend stories that you want to share, definitely feel like you want to drop them in the comments. Come on. Request us.
Yeah, I was going to say they can come on.
Yeah, like, we definitely want to hear from y'all how y'all have ended. Either if you have been in a friendship that ended, have you been the one to end a friendship? Like, have you ever ended a friendship?
I want to say... But see, do I call it a friendship? Because the person,
No, wait a minute now. Here we go, y'all. That means we got to get the
full.
No. Give us the full story.
Okay, no, it wasn't nothing bad. The person is an amazing person. It's nothing like that. But you know how sometimes when you have grown, and say you haven't talked to the person in a while, and you have grown, and then when y'all start back, kind of hanging out, they're kind of bringing up, like, saying old stuff, or like, oh my gosh, you've grown so much, you look so different, Jazz, and and I'm like, why are we doing that?
Keep
right
living in
now?
the past.
So I kind of had to end it because it left a bad taste in my mouth.
I can understand that.
It made me feel like, why can't we just talk like normal people?
And stop living so much in what we used to do and what used to happen.
Well, why can't you just accept the new person I am? Because every day I'm going to be a different person because I'm evolving. I'm not the same person every day.
That's a good
And it doesn't mean I'm not being myself. It's just that I'm growing. And then, I might have had some hiccups along the way. I might have not done something the right way. As a friend, I might have said something wrong, done something wrong, but I'm not the same person.
Exactly.
And I have grown and accepted. I don't know.
But you know what that was? She hadn't grown. She was still in that same spot you left her in. And that's why she kept trying to...
And I'm leaving you right there. Goodbye. I gotta go.
But
it's been a pleasure seeing you, but I gotta go.
That's exactly what you do in those situations.
Yeah, it was just, I was like, huh?
But it does throw you off into... I've been in a situation with a friend where I can't even say it was a friend, where they kept reminiscing about the past, and like you said, they're stuck there because that was their happier time. You know what I mean? Like mentally, like you can be stuck in that time frame or whatever brought you happier times, because if you look at where they are now, they might not be where they want to be. So what they do is reflect upon the past because they were where they wanted to be. You know, like regressive thinking.
So they've been in the same spot.
Yeah, it's almost like, okay, mentally it's almost like a time warp. Okay, like they keep repeating the same things. Like, dang, I used to do this and I used to do that.
Dang, I used to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all the time.
No. But you know, they don't want to wake up to the reality of what is.
You
because
gotta
it's not.
you gotta keep it moving.
You do.
You
do, and that's why I say sometimes you do have to be the one to end the friendship because they're not where you are.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that comes with taking the time out to yourself as well.
Ooh, we got a request. Yes, ended a 15-year friendship a year ago this month. Wow. Whoa. That's a big one.
Oh my.
Wow, that's a big one. 15 years. Woo, a long time.
That is.
Hey,
y'all.
I made it in, girl. So y'all made it in the house.
She's so silly. Oh, let me cut you up.
Oh,
all right.
By the air fryer cooking some dinner, so sorry.
It's all right. You have you ended a friendship before?
Yes, I've actually ended 2 friendships.
Oh, you on a roll.
No, she's growing, girl. She's growing.
I kind of really do still think about them and wonder how they're doing, but I don't reach out.
Mm-hmm.
One friend, she was a really good friend. What happened was, so she was going through a depression and stuff like that, and I was there for her and everything. Some stuff happened in my life. I was going through some stuff and depression, and all of a sudden she stopped talking to me. I would hit her up, and she would just give me one word replies. So I just stopped. And then I thought, a year or so later, after I got back on my feet and everything, she reached back out to me. And I'm like, hey, what's up? So I just wondering how you doing, I said, I'm doing fine. Like, what do you want?
Right.
And I was like, she was like, oh, I was just, thinking about you, wondering how you doing. I'm like, well, you stopped talking to me for what? She was like, well, I didn't like how you was living, and I felt like if I would have told you, you would stop talking to me. And the third, I'm like, no, you're my friend. You tell me how I feel about what's going on, and little do she know, I maybe needed her in my life at that time just to talk to somebody. And I'm like, I had to let her know, like, unfortunately, we can't continue to be friends or whatever that you may want to call it, because I feel like I was there for you, but when I needed you, you were there for me. So, I had to end it on that note, and I really felt bad, but, like, don't leave when I need you the most, and then when I'm doing good, like, you want to come back in my life and see how I'm doing and want to come around, want to come see me. No.
Yeah. But you know what? That was to show you as well that that's not a true friend. That's not somebody in your life that you would want around long term. Because if they're only there to enjoy the happy moments, then they're not a true friend.
Yeah, and then the second one, we were friends, kind of like an off and on situation. But at the very end, I really left her alone because she started being very disrespectful to me. And
that's what you mean by fighting.
I don't do
See, I would have had to do.
But sometimes it's just better to just walk away.
Yes, absolutely.
I just walked away. I mean, and I do still think about the 2 ladies, not saying that they're bad people. They're just not for me.
Yeah, they're not for you.
So, but I still do think about them and just wonder how they doing, and but just live my life and keep moving, and maybe one day we might see each other again. Who knows?
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with progressing on and moving on, because the one thing that ain't gonna stop is time. Okay, it waits for nobody. So you got to keep on moving at the end of the day, and when it's all said and done. Okay, like a friendship should not be making or breaking anything.
Yeah.
See, all right. See, we got one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. 30-year friendship done. Wow, 30 years? That's a long time. See, the special principal said, aka flashbacks. Yes, honey, they be stuck in them flashbacks. Room 804, great points, but you guys examples are from a woman's perspective. Men friendships and friendship breakups.
Come on in.
Yeah, you can come on.
Some knowledge. Come on in.
too.
Right, like you can come in and talk about from a men's perspective. We are only talking about from a women's perspective.
Yeah, but
because
know what?
We
don't know how y'all feel unless y'all express it to
us.
Yes, and I will say,
I don't know how to hang up.
Oh, let me see if I can. No, you gonna press the end button.
Can you hit the X?
If I do that, it's gonna close me out of this. Oh. There you go.
Okay.
All right, so. I will say that I agree that some men friendships or male friendships are different in a way that y'all don't hang out as often. Y'all don't, get together intentionally sometimes for like brunches and things like that.
Oh yeah, guys are different with that.
Yeah, guys hang out a lot less in retrospect than women hang out more with friends. And that's statistically proven, even in old age, even, as men mature, they hang out less and less with friends. Now, why that is, I don't know. But men tend to gravitate towards, like, one specific thing. Like, if they're fixated on work, they gravitate towards work. If they have, like, a hobby outside of work, they're going to be doing that hobby. Whereas women will get up and say, hey, I want to go shopping today. You got the free time? Or, hey, let's go to brunch.
We can do work. We can gravitate to hobbies. We can gravitate to friendship. We can gravitate to family. We can
Right. And then that's why they said, it also results in women living longer because we do have those friendships where we can, in those different avenues. And so, I do agree that male friendships are different. However, I don't think they should be. I think that's something that men have to fix within the male culture.
Yeah.
Spend that time with your friends. Y'all, hanging out with your friends as a male is just as important as your, counterpart hanging out with her friends or your mom hanging out with her friends, your sister, your, cousin, aunt, everybody. Men need that same freedom.
Yes.
Without being biased as homo or, or a stereotype.
Go with your boys so I can go out with my girl. Go. Don't call me. I see you when you get back.
Oh, my God. That's when you come back off the tequila.
I see you when you get back. Be ready.
Listen, okay? But no, like, seriously, I definitely agree there. And I do think that men need to take their friendships a lot more serious than they currently do in even today's time.
That's true.
See, I'm going to share this. I love your vibe and points of views. Thank you. We greatly appreciate you for even bringing that point up.
Yeah.
But like I said, I definitely, it's been brought up even in one of my classes, the statistics on men aging differently. And that's why they age, I say age younger. They die younger than women. Or in marriages, that's why men are known to more than likely die first. Is because they don't have that sense of friendship outside of work. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't come home and just come home. Like, women will be like, well, I got to go to this knitting club, and then Saturday I got Pilates, and then, next Sunday I'm going out with Jazz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas men will be like, well, I'm at home. You know what? Let me go to the tool shed. Fix on this today. And so I do think friendships are important all the way around. And men get hurt too when their friendships end.
I think it's healthy to have friendships.
Absolutely. It's healthy to have healthy friendships.
Yeah, just don't go around calling people friends just because. Because some people drain you. And some people, when I say drain you, they'll take your energy, take what they want, and then they gone. Mm-hmm. Or some people stick around you to see your every move and see what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Just to either keep up with you or to, do something they shouldn't be doing.
Exactly.
So that's why, I'm funny.
But you can have jealousy in friendships too. And you have to watch out for that. And, I saw this TikTok with Mike Tyson. Uh-huh. And he was saying that sometimes you have to watch your friends so closely because they become your enemies.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to keep you close by. Because
no.
You ain't going to be.
I'm not no enemy.
You said we're going to do get out. Let's do get out.
No.
No, but no.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep you close by because then I know what you're doing. But you ain't gonna know everything I'm doing because I ain't gonna tell you. That's the other thing. I'm very mindful of what I talk about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You have to.
So I'm not gonna tell you everything. Like, oh, well, what you up to? What you doing today? What you doing this evening? None of my business. Relaxing the whole time. My ass might be out.
Yeah, you might be at the mall or something. But like that even goes back to the point where you have to like compartmentalize who you can do what with, who you can say
some
something
people you
to.
can talk to about stuff, and there's some people you just gotta watch them. It's like, dog, is you waiting to see what I got?
Or you can tell in the way they talk to you, honestly.
Yeah, no, you can tell.
You can tell.
They tell on themselves all the time.
Yeah, it's almost like an interrogation more than a conversation.
Interrogation, shade throwing. And you're like, oh, I peep that. You might not comment, but I peep it. And because I peep it,
it's always gonna be in the back of my mind.
Yep.
Hey Tom. But I mean, you do have to be cognizant of the fact that that's why, for that reason, you can't call everybody friends. You do have to be cognizant of the people that are around you that you are welcoming in as new friendships.
That's true.
Because, like I said, I'm not going to say we on the no new friends vibe, but like, once the circle is the circle, that's it. And if you happen to come along and I feel a vibe, like a friendship vibe from you, okay, cool. But I'm going to have like a period where I kind of feel you out, for myself. Before I just hop into that, oh, you can go here with me, or you can come over here.
You're trying to turn it from a circle to an oval?
No, girl, no.
To a square?
Girl, no.
No, I'm joking.
No. It's going to stay a circle. And it's always been small, but like, how do you welcome new friends?
I would, like you said, I'm going to have to feel you out.
Yeah, like.
Sometimes you don't say nothing. You can just watch people and you already know what they're about.
That is very true.
Like, they tell on their stuff. You can just tell, like, nah.
All the time.
For the wrong reason. So, I don't have much to say. I mean, everybody else might want to say something to you, but I'm good.
You can feel about. Now, one thing I will say is your instincts are never wrong. So, if your instincts kick in and they tell you that this person is not for you at the time you first meet this person, don't sit there and try to say, well, maybe I need to give them a chance. And
I had that happen in high school.
Did you stay around?
Not to me. I had a male friend in high school. He introduced me to this young man. And he was like, Jazz, this is my friend such and such. I did not part my lips. I didn't say, hey, how you doing? I just stared at him. And I just stared at him.
Who was the spirit of?
It was beyond that. Soon as he walked away, I said, he is not your friend.
Honey?
Jasmine, I know him all my life. He's not your friend.
Yeah.
And I was so upset and angry because that young man actually killed him. Ooh. And I was mad, when he died, I'm crying, but I'm like, why didn't you listen to me? I told you he's not your friend. He's not your friend. That's what I got an evil vibe. And I was like, he's not your friend.
That's why I said trust your instincts. But
I told him, I'm like, I told you, and you didn't listen to me. And I'm crying and fussing and crying and fussing. Yeah, that one hurt.
Which part of the 804 are you guys from? I'm asking for caption purposes. Oh, Southside, honey. Southside, okay? The best part. But that's a great point.
Yeah, because that hit me hard because I actually warned him. That bothered me.
I mean, sometimes other people can see it before you can but
his was different. Like, I get the vibes, like, I don't know about that person, but his was so strong, I didn't even open my mouth to say hi. I normally at least say hi. I just looked him dead in his eyes and was, like, disgusted. And when he walked away, I said, he's not your friend. Just not know him all my life. I said, let me tell you something. He's not your friend.
Yeah. That's a real evil
And then when I found out he was the reason why he died, I said...
You called it. But I mean, like I said, some people can pinpoint it before we can see it because I've been in situations where people will say, hey, I don't think that's your friend, or I don't trust so-and-so because that person did such and such and so-and-so. And I always be like, well, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because I ain't that person. And then they end up doing me like that. And then it's like, well, dang, I should have listened too.
Or it's not bad. What I think you're trying to do in your situation is I think that in your situation, you're trying to basically give the person a chance and
Yeah.
not go off of what somebody else says.
Trying to.
Yeah, which is not a problem. But if I tell you, bitch, she not your friend, and I don't even say hi, that lets you know right there something ain't right.
I'm be like, ooh.
Because normally I would say hi. I just looked him dead in his eyes. I said, you evil. Like, I could feel it. It was not a good feeling.
That's what I said. You could tell. You felt that. Sometimes you just know right away.
That, and then the other thing is that you can have, all right, so you could be friends with different people and y'all can have mutual friends. But like I told somebody before, your relationships are different between each person. So just because me and you friends doesn't mean your relationship with Toya is, you know, the same as yours. Or like hers might not be the same as mine. So a lot of people be thinking, oh, we all friends, so it's supposed to be this way. But no, y'all different people.
Absolutely.
The bond and everything is different. Like, no, what are you doing? What are you talking about?
That's true, though. That's very true. Different people react different ways with different people.
Right. And I'm like, no, don't ever try to compare your relationship with somebody else to yours. Y'all different people.
People got to understand.
People do that too a lot. They do that
a lot that go into friendships that we don't really discuss. And to be honest, friendships should be discussed more than relationships because we're honestly in friendships more.
That's true.
When you think about it, at the end of the day, we put so much emphasis on the intimate role and the love life that we don't even think about.
The friendship piece has to be first.
Yeah, like you always say build a friendship first, but what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like if you don't have friends around you and you've never been an honest friend, how can you say you built a friendship with that person before taking it further?
That's true. Or, you know, if certain things occurred that just threw it off track, that too. You gotta find a way to work that out.
Yeah, all of that matters and goes into it. And, you know, like I said, when you end a friendship, it's just like ending a relationship. It hurts a little. You know, you have to realize the wrong in the situation that you did. You also have to look at, you know, what didn't that person do that made you feel that they were for you? You know what I mean? And then also, what did you not do in that relationship as a friend, you know, to make the situation better? Because it takes two to tango and everything. Yeah. So, you know, you can't always put the blame on the other person. No. You always still have to look at what you did wrong too. It's both people.
It's not just one.
And granted, I'm not saying that there has to be a right or a wrong.
No, but like you said, it takes two people in order for it to work out. So it's something wrong on both ends. Exactly.
And just sometimes it can be fixed with communication. Sometimes it can't. Sometimes it's best to just move on with your life because you've outgrown, you know, that part of your life, and that person is not meant to go along with you in that next chapter or the next part of your life. So you have to know when to break it off for you. And that's why it's so important to know yourself, know who you are, be comfortable in you, being you, be it alone, because there are times when you're going to have to be alone to figure out some things that are in your best interest.
I actually like my alone time.
Yes, I love it.
I love it because, I mean, not that I'm thinking, but sometimes I am able to see differently.
And
then not only that, it's peaceful.
Yes.
Girl, I be alone. I be putting on a movie, pop some popcorn. I be in the zone to myself.
Like I'm serious. Like this lady the other day on a post, she was like, "What do you do for self-care during a busy week?" And I said, "Well, I order a bottle of wine. I go and get my favorite takeout, and I pop in a movie, or I binge watch a funny show, and I have a good time."
But that's what I'm saying. Like I think a lot of people think that people don't know how to be alone.
They don't.
Or if some people say, "Oh, I just be chilling." No, you don't. Who you be hanging? No, I don't have to hang with nobody. I don't have to be up under nobody. Yes, it is nice, you know, to have, but I don't have to do that all the time. I'm okay.
And that's why you attract, you know, true friends, because you're not. It doesn't have to be like 24/7. Like I don't have to be around someone 24/7 to feel like me. You know what I mean? You can still be you regardless of whether it's 1 million people in the room, one person, 1,000, 100. You know what I mean? You're still going to be who you are. Yeah. And that, you know, and because of that, regardless of what you're doing, you're always going to attract people that are meant to be around you. But that's why I say it all goes back into you're the answer to your own problems. Like,
That's
always.
true.
The answer is always going to be you. You know, and if you can't attract, you know, true friends, or you always say, I have trouble, I have an issue making friends, it's because it's something you're not doing. You know, you might not present friendship qualities.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You may not have healed from previous friendships that you ended. You know, like, you still may be like, oh, well, she did this to me long time ago, and I just don't know if I can trust somebody else like that. Well, you haven't healed from that situation. You know, you may need to sit down and talk to me. You know, you may need to go and reach out to that person and just say, hey, let's have this conversation because, you know, it did hurt my feelings some time ago, or this is how I felt about it. You know, and just hash it out. Sometimes that's all it takes. But we'll never know if we don't stop internalizing it and just start looking at the situation for the reality of what it was, you know, or what it is. You know, stop saying, well, dang, I thought it was going to go this way, and I'm a little upset that it didn't, but dang, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, your reality and your mentality have to match. And if they don't, you know, you got to get them on the same page.
That's going to drive you crazy.
Yeah, be realistic. You know, be realistic in the friends you choose. And just be true to you. Because you'll attract the right people around you. And that's all I got. That's all or either get a dog. That'd be your best friend.
Gosh. Gonna. Yes.
He being spoiled today. Okay, you taking over the show? Bye, Gunner. But we are gonna go ahead and get out of here today, y'all. We appreciate y'all for participating, for coming through, for hanging out with your girls, and talking about ending these best friend, close friend relationships, how it's been affecting you. You know, if you've ended any, you know, we appreciate the commentary, the participation.
We know what you meant.
Everything. So we just want to say a big old thank you to everybody. What you see?
Oh, I was just reading. Make sure we
miss nobody.
Yeah.
And then we will be next Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday. Look, I had to check and make sure I was gonna be in town. We will catch y'all right back here next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Don't forget, every Friday in my stories, I will post a poll to where you can choose the next topic of the next week, okay? And they're always announced on the Sunday following. All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all later. Trust me, it's for me, not you.
Let me do a filter. Let me do a filter. Let me make sure I edit. Let me make sure
Hold on.
Do that.
Come on over, come on over.
I ain't wanna see if I don't have this pillow under me, I'd be like right here to you.
No, you would.
Yes,
You're not
I
that
would.
short.
I am.
Alright, here you go. Hey y'all, come on in, come on in. Y'all know how we do. Come on in. Hey. Rolling on in. Come on in.
Oh, they coming in for real.
Okay, y'all said we ain't playing today with Women to Women. We coming to talk about these friendship relationships, honey.
So everybody voted on this topic.
Truly. Yes.
Okay.
This is the topic. Y'all said y'all wanted to talk about ending best friend relationships, ending relationships that you've been in with long-term friends. So that's going to be the topic of discussion today. Which one don't you want, Jazz?
No, I already got mine. So you can pick.
I'll do tropical then. What you got? Fruit? Alright, so we punching.
I got fruit punch, but
we punching. So you got fruit and I got tropical.
It's okay.
Come on in, y'all. Oh, you know what? Here I go again. Let me pin the topic at the bottom real quick.
Oh, it didn't do it?
Yeah, no. Let me see if I can actually pull it up on here and do it. Let me see, y'all. Let me see.
Oh, that picture was so cute.
Which one? Of the kids?
Your mom.
Oh. No, it's not going to let me do it on here. Oh, wait a minute. It's not going to let me do it, y'all. So let me just do it on here. Come on in. While y'all waiting on everybody to still come in, y'all can put down in the comments to get us started traits that you qualify in a good friend. Or, like, what are some traits that you look for in somebody that you would consider a good friend?
Or how do they even get the title?
Yes, like, how do you even get to the title of friend with someone that you, like, just met? Don't mind my broken nail. I have, like, 2-3 nail appointment tomorrow, okay?
Terrible.
All right, we're going to be discussing ending best friend And close friend relationships.
Okay, the song is covering up the girl's page. Oh, okay.
Alright. Boom.
Is it?
Let's pin that comment. Okay, y'all. Okay, Made in the Babe 1 says loyalty. Definitely loyalty. Okay, honey. Like, that was going to be my top one. If not, like, that I would say, like, for a friendship, loyalty is almost like love in an intimate relationship. Okay, it has to be there, or I'm not going to be around long. Let's see what else we got. All right, there we go. A lot better. See, we got loyalty. What else do you require in a friend, like, or someone before you call them a friend?
Like, it is loyalty, but somebody that's gonna hold me down, and I can trust you.
Trust.
Like, when my back is turned, you holding me down. And it's gonna be the same even when I'm around. Now, if I'm not around and it's different, but then when I'm around, you posing to me as another person, I got a problem with that. Yeah,
heck yeah. Because then that's two-faced.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah. You gotta be consistent in your friendship. So like, be my friend in front of my face, be my friend behind my back too. Like, support me.
Yeah.
And definitely, yes, trust definitely, for sure, because like I feel like that almost goes hand in hand with loyalty.
It does. It does.
In a friendship. Yeah, like, I mean, you can't have one without the other, to be honest.
Yeah. And if you mess up one, you're going to mess up the other one. It's like a connection. Everything has an effect to it.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But, okay, now, have you ever been in a situation where you've had to end a friendship that was, you know, like close to you, or not even really, I'm not going to say not even a best friend, but like just a close friend?
Okay, the reason why I'm laughing is because I told you, okay, how I'm raised. My parents always raised me that everybody's not your friend. So just because somebody been around you for a long time, just because somebody knows you, just because, you know, you and that person are cool, that does not make y'all friends.
Absolutely.
And so I'm not quick to call somebody my friend. And there are times where people are calling me their friend. And I'm like, oh, we friends? Yeah. I didn't know nothing about that. So that's why I say, you know, for me, I wouldn't say it's even a friendship. It could be simply as just ending
the situation.
Yeah, because
I mean, it's still a relationship if you think about it. Like, relationships are more than just the intimate stuff. So
no,
I
know that part.
You know, you just ended your relationship.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have the same effect. Does that make sense? Like, if it was somebody like really close to me, it'll be a different impact on me. Oh
well, yes, yeah. I agree with that. Because those closest to you, you kind of. Like I kind of described in the post, you kind of let your boundaries down a little bit, or like set your guard down a little. Yeah. Because you've been around that person so much now that they kind of know who you are, know what your likes and know your dislikes.
And I can't stand that either, but yeah.
I mean, they do.
I mean, they do. Yeah, but I don't.